afternoon. It is Thursday, June 18th. We are about to experience Chiron in Taurus. If you are under the age of 47, because I am not, I am over 47, but I am going to be experiencing my Chiron return coming up. So lots of excitement here as Chiron leaves Aries and heads into Taurus. And I've definitely been feeling this energy in my body since the new moon, actually. No, not the blue moon on the 31st of May. As a Gemini, I am so comfortable with my thought patterns and swirly mental energy, and whew, all that went away and left my body feeling very, very confused. So the mind was just cleansed in some way, but the body was kind of like didn't know what to do without this mental spinning constantly going on. So definitely been allowing myself to nurture the physical vessel. Last reading, we were invited to call upon dandelion for our cleansing, and I did. I went into my yard and I picked up some dandelion leaves and roots and made some tea with those, put them into some mixed greens, and I also sauteed some of the dandelion greens with potatoes and rosemary. I also happened to find some nasturtium in an alleyway, so I threw that. Those flowers are so delicious, nice and spicy and peppery, in with a salad and a rice bowl. And I've heard that you can use the leaves as little wraps, like kind of like a lettuce wrap, except with nasturtium leaves. They're like a round, scallopy, beautiful leaf. Anyways, I hope you've been finding inspiration in these readings, because I have. The cards have been giving me so much guidance to move my body, to play, to get out in nature, all sorts of things. So thank you for being present on this journey with me. I really look forward to these times that we spend together. And speaking of, this is most likely my last broadcast coming to you from Ashira Rose. So the lovely Gianna Mocheri Pauline is coming back from her travels, and I am so happy to have kept this space warm for her. But at the end of this reading, we're going to do a little cleansing ceremony with some Palo Santo to just set the vibes, just clear things out for her so that the space is open and allowing her to step in her presence, in the power that she and beauty that she brings to her clients. So that being said, I've been inspired to do a little box breath with you this afternoon. I love the balancing of an inhale and the retention, and the exhale with the retention. Being a Scorpio moon, I love holding my breath. It's the closer I can get to that space of spiritual breath, the better. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you can get there with me in this exercise. So I'm going to also play the chakra bowls just like we did last video. This time I'm going to start with the root and bring it up to the crown, just because I'm feeling again that we need to be grounding into that earth energy, because I have heard a lot from the collective that the mental spaces have been swirling with this Gemini energy. Again, this was my comfort zone for almost my entire life. And I don't know, the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have been so clear and open and just in my yin energies, ready to receive. So I would love to share that energy with you. And without further ado, let's go on into this. So the intention is for peace and to settle our minds, focus, and ground everything, our thoughts, everything into the earth. So maybe rock the body gently back and forth. Maybe make some gentle flowing movements with the spine. Rock the shoulders back and forth. Draw breath up from the tailbone. Exhaling, let the neck circle gently around. And inhale, letting the shoulders roll back, heart forward. And grow your breath into the head, behind the ears, the eyes, into the crown, up above the part in your hair. And if you don't have any hair, God bless you, they're even that much more closer to your crown. Exhale, slowly snake the spine down all the way to the root. And as you breathe in again, imagine pulling your root energy like those porous roots from the trees, sapping up that fertile earth energy. Gently drawing that up to the heart, nurturing, setting that nurturing energy right there in at the heart space. And exhale gently, let the ribs soften, the belly soften. One more inhale. And gentle, natural, soft exhale. Beginning our box breath, we're going to start with a count of 4 on the inhale. Whenever you're ready, inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold. 2, 3, 4. Softly exhaling. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4. Holding. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. Empty. 3, 4. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. This time you can hold as you empty, completely exhaled for as long as feels comfortable for you. I invite you, close your eyes, find the space of deep meditation, allowing the breath to permeate every space in your body. Breathing in whenever you're ready. And softly letting the breath come back to a natural rhythm. Knowing the balance is always maintained. Whether or not we feel it in our individual vessel, the earth and the universe are moving in constant, complete harmony. So allowing that knowledge and that truth to sink in to your own physical vessel, perhaps that can draw some peace into your life. Not just this physical vessel, but the spaces that we move around in our lives. Even the spaces our mind moves around. It's for a purpose. Sometimes we can make beautiful things come out of the crappiest situations and thoughts. Anyways, let's bring this into the Astro codes. Do some clearing here. These beautiful chimes. And there's also a beautiful little wand I found here, part of Gianna's collection. It is rose quartz, and we've got some beautiful other crystals here that correspond with our chakras. So gorgeous little energy, powerful. Love that sphere on top. Ooh. And I've found, I believe this is Celestite. She's gonna be our card supporter today. Here, why don't you have a look at this? It is a drizzly day here in San Diego. We call that June gloom, but this is beyond June gloom because it should have cleared up by now, it being past noon. So hopefully you can see a little light reflecting, yeah, off of that celestite. Oh, I don't know, I see a little baby little heart in there. Anyways, gonna start with the astro codes. Again, with Chiron moving into Taurus. And I just love this Venus in Leo as well. Mercury in Cancer. Again, gosh, my body has become like this amazing vessel. And here we are, Taurus. I swear I did not make that up. You should see. Okay, I will shuffle the cards. Anyways. None of this is scripted, you guys. Everything is straight from the universe. So I'm amazed most often when I'm in front of the camera with you guys, because it's often a little bit more powerful. So eighth house is mystery and Aries is act. So that's interesting. Actually, it's very personal. So the Chiron leaving Aries, moving into Taurus, and it is going to be in my 8th house very shortly. Woohoo! Mystery. I'm excited to know a little bit more about this myself. So without further ado, let's dive in. Let's see this card, 8th house. I don't even know if I've read this card yet. Where can I place the card? I'm gonna have to move the gorgeous Celeste closer to me. Here we are, and some chimes. Oh no, Ganesh. Yeah, let's clear some energy here. There she is. Hi, buddy. Yep, moving out. Make room for the new age. Okay. Glasses. And let's see what wants to come out first in the book. Oh my gosh. Series Nurture. That was from last time. So that's why I was sitting up with the book. But you can tune into a couple videos back, and that description for series will be there. The Nurture asteroid. Oh, all right. Here we go, Taurus. Card number 2, cultivate. Taurus asks you to hold still, dig in, grow roots, and strengthen over time. Manifest in a practical way. Signified by a bull standing in its field, Taurus rules the neck and voice. Its purpose is to bring life into matter through growing wildflowers and crops, through our muscular strength and the sensual potential of our bodies, through the solidness of our material resources. Work with the metaphor of gardening. Plow the ground, plant the seeds, nurture the crops with water and fertilizer, and protect those crops from predation. Grow roots rather than travel. Investigate what concrete form your project should take and the next practical steps in that direction. Appreciate the senses. Notice what you see, smell, hear, feel, and taste. Use the senses to be in the present moment and let time flow by. Feed, cuddle. It's very much pet oriented. I've been spending lots of times with pets lately. In relationships, listen to both the signals of body chemistry and the practicalities of your life to give it a fertile field. Cultivate your garden. Like a slowly growing flower basking in the sun, find contentment in this moment. Explore the roots of the situation. Ask what feeds this idea or what feeds your soul. If you're feeling pushed about, sit, hold still, grow roots, and let the storm pass over you. Don't hurry. Play the long game as you plant and tend your crops. Everything that surrounds you is made up of matter, and the word matter comes from the Latin word mater, or mother. Taurus connects you to the sacred earth, Mother Gaia herself, the physical vessel who holds spirit in the body, in the plants, and in the earth beneath us. I love that. Thank you. Here we go. Chiron is our healing planet. He was born of gods and earth, matter, and came out a mixture of a god and an earthling. So unfortunate, an animal earthling actually. So he was cast aside and had to be adopted, and it's such a long story, but he was wounded because he I don't know, eternal life. It's like he was a god, so he couldn't die, and then he caught an arrow and he was perpetually in pain even though he was immortal. So he took that lesson in medicine and became a teacher to guide and heal others, and he had other blessings from other beings to bring him joy and support along his journey throughout the cosmos. So Chiron asks us in Taurus to pay attention to our wounding. Aries was the fire energy, and it has to do with ourself and personal power type of expression. Chiron in that space. We'll read about that. Let's go back to Aries. Number 1, act. Aries asks you to remember your personal fire, your reasons for being alive. It pumps up the volume on your life force. Its energy is raw, exhilarated, direct, rude, passionate, and looking for a challenge. Use your wisdom to focus this raw power and give it a goal. Aries is the cardinal fire sign whose fresh, brash enthusiasm is symbolized by a headstrong ram. It rules the head and imbues initiation, new beginnings, spontaneity, rebellion, and rebirth. So a lot of us, our Chiron story could have been going deeply into our self expression, and maybe those woundings that are keeping us from being our most authentic selves. So there was maybe some pain in those lessons, but hopefully we've come out the other side knowing that we are stronger for the wounds that we have healed from, or maybe it's not in our path to heal from them. Maybe it is in our path to take those wounds and share those as gifts with everybody and those who resonate. Action. Begin. Move into new territory. Cut to the chase. Be a hero. Feel the call to action and thoughtfully respond. Clear the air and clear the decks. Be crisp and to the point. Shoot from the hip. Set healthy boundaries just by being vibrantly alive. Express affection enthusiastically, spontaneously, and passionately. Work in short, intense bursts rather than long periods of deep concentration. But Taurus says we can still do that. We can work in these intense, fast, intense bursts, but keep that long vision, that perspective, that everything that we plant, we do have to water it. The sun needs to come down, but we can put in that energy and step back. Aries activates our inner adolescent. Direct orders can set off knee-jerk rebellion. Instead of telling others what to do or how they feel, express your own experience and opinion and speak in I terms. Set a challenge and let others find their own answers. Make sure all sides feel heard. If a person feels torn between meeting their own needs and meeting another's, they'll take care of their own needs first. So don't set this up as an either or situation. I would love to encourage you to take care of your own needs first. That's a good reminder because not everybody does. A lot. Well, I'm a Libra rising, so oftentimes a Libra rising will look to someone else to take care of first, but it's been part of my Chiron and Aries journey and the South Node in Libra, that access, when the lunar nodes were back there a couple of years ago, to learn how to do boundaries and to take care of myself first. Aries energy boils over quickly. If a situation threatens to erupt or in conflict, get out, take a break, or come back later. The challenge. Accidents increase when you are in a hurry, rushing through a project, or impatiently distracted. The flammable temperament can spark inspiration or spark a conflagration. Proceed with caution. Gift. Aries marks the beginning of spring in the Northern Hemisphere after a long, dark winter. The dead landscape comes alive. Plants that were shorn of leaves or dormant now breathe in new life. This is a brave miracle. It can be your miracle. Feel the flowing inner life force. Trust this divine direction and summon the courage to begin. That is definitely a solar plexus chakra. Eighth house. I'd already forgotten. Exciting. Number 46. If your astrology chart were a village map, the eighth house would be on the corner of the red light district next to a mortuary and a savings and loan bank. It's a private house where we deal with things we don't talk about in public. Sex, death, debts, loans, psychic phenomenon. Here we deal with other people's resources and how they are exchanged. Money, bodies, thoughts, and work, and how we inherit goods and attitudes. This house can feel uncomfortable, but it's a place where we can transform. Assess the power dynamics between you and other people around you. The important resources like sex, money, and inheritances. Notice if a relative or boss withholds money until you behave, or if your lover withholds sex until some other need is met. Just get clear in your own mind if anyone is pulling strings and try to pull dysfunctional dynamics with clear and healthy boundaries. Heal the dysfunctional dynamics with your clear and healthy boundaries. Seduce honestly. Not all strange sexual dynamics or unusual financial arrangements are a problem. If you understand your I can say this word. Peculiarities. Okay. If you understand them and don't feel coerced or controlled by them, they are just part of who you are. Financial investors and advisors, consultants, ministers, lovers, intuitives, auctioneers, and investigators all work with eighth house affairs. And if they work with integrity, they do so productively. Develop your second house resources, your own money, sense of worth, and body confidence to strengthen your freedom and bargaining power and operate in this realm with grace. Engage the resources handed to you, but make your own judgment call. The eighth house calls for one last freedom. Acknowledge that death exists and be fully alive in response. Face your worst fears and step through. Feel that liberation. The trap of manipulation falls away when you don't bite the hook. That's interesting. And yeah, death. That's why I wasn't getting into it earlier, but I love to hold my breath because that we're that much closer to that space of being passed on and outside of our body. So again, my Scorpio moon enjoys being in that space of just emptiness. Anyways, moving right along, we're going to go into the Egyptian gods deck. And I did bring my special stone. I'll show you it after these. I've been waiting for a card segue. All right. Egyptian gods. What? Today my foot is getting tired quite quickly. I'm gonna extend the leg and wiggle the toes. There we go. Rotate the ankles. Just making sure I'm taking care of that body. And what gods from the Egyptian pantheon would like to offer guidance today to support us in healing in this physical space around our body, our food choices, how we nourish ourselves with our habits, where we put our money and resources. Okay. Ooh. I've got Newt, understanding. I love her. She is like a little celestial sky body. She's perfect. Perfect for today. All right, Newt, you get to come front and center. Okay, understanding, she says. And I neglected to see what number she is. So I'm going to do that. Awkward flipping. Number 4, understanding. Goddess of the sky and celestial bodies, she swallows the setting sun and gives birth to it in the morning. Her immense naked body, covered with stars, is stretched out to form an arch that towers over the whole earth. Her arched position clearly shows her power in the sky and over the celestial objects. Her nakedness represents the purification of the soul. The stars that cover her symbolize the resurrection, the great light that illuminates. Your life is a mysterious journey. You have reached this point, and Newt wants to help you to understand your purpose and your destiny. Press on with confidence, because now you know that there will be favorable events on the horizon, and you might achieve your desired objects. You will achieve your desired objectives. And for our last card. I would love to get some masculine energy from the Universal Wisdom deck, whatever that means to you, whether that be a deity or a physical being who has walked this earth, an ancestor here to offer us guidance. Universal wisdom. What energy would you like to bring us support? I'm seeing some beautiful feminine. Lady of the Rose. Definitely been feeling a lot of rose energy lately. And lilac mist. Lilac mist. I love it. Last few weeks, I've also been experiencing a strange visual. I have been seeing moisture, smoke, or something rising from the earth. It's white, I believe. But it's definitely an interesting new type of thing that I've been seeing in my real vision. I was hoping that it wasn't cataracts until I spoke with someone who had just gotten back from Cambodia, I believe, and he had said the humidity rising from the earth is so prevalent there, and so I was like, maybe I'm perceiving that. We have our May Gray and June gloom that comes through from the ocean, but I've been feeling it from the earth, like this mist that's rising. So let's see what this lilac mist says. Oh, I love it. Your life is always perfect. You are always at the right place at the right time. Your guides and angels surround you at this very moment. Stop and feel their presence. Unconditional love and support surrounds you. Please remember that you are an eternal flame, constantly radiating love, even though you may not be aware of it. Stop the internal conflict created by your thoughts and make love your focus. What you perceive to be a setback or failure is the universe's way of guiding your life to bigger and better things. Let go of perceived past failures. A miracle will manifest when you truly love and accept that there's always a higher purpose to everything that happens or doesn't happen. Focus on the light inside your heart, for love will transform your life. past, present, and future exist in perfect and divine order. Much happiness awaits you. All you need to do at present is focus on love. That's the truth. So breathing into your heart space right now, I'm definitely feeling the warmth across the chest. Sending breath into that space, fueling the fire, the heat, with the beautiful beauty of your breath. Rhythm, a quietness, slowly burning fire. And the universe wanted to come out. One last reminder. We are so supported. Come, open the golden doors, enter the universe within you. Eternity exists inside your heart. This life is but a dream, so don't take it too seriously. Listen to the wind as it blows through the trees. Feel it caress your face, and feel all of life sway graciously to a universal rhythm. Be one with the eternal flow of nature. Walk with it. Rest within its shelter and allow your heart to heal. Nature and the universe will peel away each layer that no longer serves you. Dwell not in your illusion, which only carries you into darkness. Feel in your heart an eternal glow, the glow of love. Be at peace with the changing seasons, and you will not be left dreaming of summer when winter comes. Shed your fears and be one with each season in your life. Graciously accept all that comes. And remember that all is the will of the one whose light fills creation. Ask that God's will be your purpose, that the nature of the universe also be yours. God's will is the desire of your heart, the deepest calling. So never be afraid to surrender to that, because you're just setting free control. It's the only thing you're letting go of, because you'll find God's will right back here at the center of your heart space. Walk not into the darkness of night without the glow of love in your heart. Rest your mind and feel the moon's glow. Feel the interconnectedness of all things. Merge with the spirit of nature, for she will help you transcend all obstacles. Be one with all, for all is one. Feel love's flame burn brightly in your heart. Close your eyes. Allow your mind to drift back into time, through the ancient mists, to the beginning. The further back you go, the closer you will find yourself to the present, for time is but an illusion that masks this eternal moment. Be still, for within your solitude, you shall discover the power of now. This card is a blessing from the universe. Take some moments. I think I mentioned on a recent reading, I just love recently just flowing my hands back and forth, allowing my body to feel like it's moving gracefully or comically, however you want to look at it, with some rhythm. It's a rhythm of my own heart. It's allowing the body to move with the heart. So I thank you. I am going to bring out the stones because it's time. I really wanted a masculine card. I'm gonna try one more time for these Egyptian cards because it needs to segue into my. Here we go. Mayhen, protection, number 35. I love this. I love that for us. Protection. Right here with the universe. Guidebook. Oh, hiding underneath the wisdom box. All right. Protection. He is a beneficial serpent god, the guardian of the solar bark of Ra, whose name means he who is coiled. The sacred Mayhen shields the god Ra during this journey on the solar bark, protecting him from the evil serpent Apophis. He carefully protects Ra's journey also to allow him to be reborn at every sunrise and defeat death. It is envisaged that a time of conflict is on its way to us. We will have to fight, be alert to maintain our position, but do not fear. Mayhen's powerful energy ensures you great protection against external attacks and to come out victorious and relieved. There we are. So, on that note, I brought my Pharaoh stones. So, if anybody knows anything about Buddhism and the also Hindu, the serpent that is coiled at the base of our chakra sounds very similar to the Egyptians' concept here that gives birth and rise to the sun, which is the enlightenment and the knowledge of the crown chakra. So once the serpent is uncoiled, the chakras start to come into alignment as we open and clear the energies so that it's balanced coming down and up. The energies from the crown and the head are equally flowing with the energies coming up from the earth. This is how we come into true alignment with our path. So these Pharaoh cylinders that I have are a yin yang energies, and basically the yin energy is a shungite. So it's just this black cylinder here. And the yang energy is, oh, I forget what it's called, talco chloride, I believe. And it's almost like a graphite. If you hold on to this for too long, it has turned my hands gray. But these are amazing, powerful stones. I like to sit in a chair. The soles of your feet need to be contacting the earth. But you don't have to be seated. I've gotten the effect just walking around a crystal store with these in my hand. Me personally, I feel it down in my sacral chakra immediately. Like, not immediately. It takes about 5 minutes of me holding these. And I can feel the openness in the sacral chakra is in particular probably just at the time being what needed to be balanced. But these are amazing tools if anybody is feeling monkey mind, anxious thoughts, worry in their chest, anything, fatigue in their entire system. These are just amazing, amazing crystals to use. So highly recommend these guys. And it's about time. It is almost time. I think it is. We're going to say goodbye to Ashira Rose. I am confident that you will continue this journey with me in whatever location I find. And it's very strange. Most people love to click on my home videos that I've posted from my home space. So I appreciate that. That is very sweet and generous. I would love to have you into my space at some point. And I'd love to have you here at the collective. There's Reiki offered. I personally do Reiki for people locally and remotely. So if distance Reiki is a thing, and I hope you do feel it. I infuse all of the sound with the Reiki energy and intention. So thank you all for being present for this card reading, for this journey of life, for loving and accepting your beautiful hearts. We are all so unique. We're all so protected, and we're all so guided. I am so grateful for my body. I'm so grateful for my mind. I'm so grateful for my guides, for the people who have supported me and continue to come in and out of my life. May we graciously perceive the love that surrounds us and know that that love is what is brewing and burning deep within our hearts. May we overflow with that love and be guides and generous supporters of others. Namaste. Here is a fresh Palo Santo. Good for clearing energies. Not that we need to clear out any of the energies, but I would love for Gianna to come into this space, that it feels like home. May it bring abundance to her and everybody who enters. May she always know and see the presence of her ancestors, her angels, her guides. Thank you. Thank you, Gianna, for all the offerings you have given to not just me, so many others. And may your reach extend far beyond this community, but into the collective realm. Like branches, like stars communicating to one another, light. May we connect. And so it is.